Hello everyone, so I'm going to go ahead and do the reading for this week's forecast, April 18th to the 24th, and I'll be sticking with the cards that I've been using this week for the last weekly reading and then this week's live free reading on Facebook. So if you haven't been watching the videos or this is the first time watching a video, I'll be using what I call the Daily Oracle deck, or the Daily Choice Oracle deck that I created. And on the front it just says that we create a reality, and so we choose, and then on the back side here there's just a little phrase. So it's designed to allow me to connect with my inner self, my inner spirit, and to really form my own meanings of the cards rather than have a book that we would read out of that would give you kind of the layout of how the person intended the card when they created it. So like I usually start these, I'm going to go ahead and call in sacred space. So I'm going to go ahead and take some deep breaths in through their noses and back out. Another deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more deep breath in through the nose. And as we exhale, we'll invite all of our guardian angels, guides, spirits, and universal deities to join us in this reading. And we ask that they be with us to provide clarity, wisdom, and peace as we perform this. So like I always do, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle and see what three cards jump out at me. So the first card is going to represent Monday, Tuesday. The second card will be Wednesday, Thursday. And the third card will be Friday through Sunday. And so we'll take this one for Monday, Tuesday. This one for Wednesday, Thursday. And this one for Friday through Sunday, or our weekend. All right. So for Monday, Tuesday, we're being told to have fun or to choose to have fun. So what this card represents, starting off this next week, we all dread Mondays. So what our guides are going to be asking us to do is to choose to find the fun in whatever you're doing. So most of us are going back to work. And I know this time of year, the weather now is starting to lighten up. And as the weather gets nicer, we want to spend less and less time outdoors and more time, less time indoors, more time outdoors. And so we tend to get a little sick of work. Our tensions run a little high, and we just want to get out and play. So what I would invite you to do is to find ways to make your job fun. Or if you're not someone that's working so much as it is babysitting, or you have your kids, find a way to get outside and enjoy the weather and find joy in what you're doing, which is sometimes we lack the ability to do that because we get to focus on the negatives in life. So just go out and have fun, and then really ask yourself, what does fun mean to you? What would it look like to have fun? What does fun feel like? What is fun? What do you enjoy doing? Or maybe challenge yourself. What's something that you don't usually enjoy doing, but you want to push yourself to try to enjoy doing it? So that's for Monday, Tuesday. For Wednesday, Thursday, we have to choose to love myself or love ourselves. So this card here is telling us in the middle of the week, after we've had fun on Monday and Tuesday, we get back into the swing of things. On Wednesday and Thursday, we're being told to love ourselves. And what that means is to turn inward and recognize and acknowledge the parts of you that make you spectacular. And then what are the parts of your personality or your being that you're critical about? And how would it feel to accept those and to allow those rather than to criticize those? To kind of turn off the judgment and turn on the awareness. And I've mentioned this in the past when we've had cards similar to this, and Louise Hayes has a really great technique. It's kind of like mirror work. And what you would do is you would find a mirror, you would stare at yourself in the eyes in your reflection, and you will tell yourself how awesome you are, how much you love yourself, what you love about yourself, and what you forgive yourself for. And so it's kind of working through not only being able to be loved, but to also learn to love yourself in order to build a deeper relationship with who you are, who you be, and what you truly are meant to be in this world. And so for Friday through Sunday, getting into that next week, moving forward, we get to be fearless. And what that means is to let go of all your judgments, let go of all your criticisms, let go of all of your expectations and your projections about how life should be and what life can be, and to really push yourself beyond that limit of comfort and be fearless. Get out there and do what you're meant to do. Stop making excuses. Stop being afraid. Take the risk. Face the risk. Go out and do what you should be doing. And so when we get outside of fear, when we look at fear, fear itself is just a distraction. That's all an illusion. You create your fears. Fear is not something that truly exists. It's just something that you've taken on as a lie. And so it feels heavy, and it kind of, it's really just limiting. It holds you back. And so when we're able to get beyond the limit of fear and to really hone in what we want, that's when we're going to be able to take inspired action, tap into our inner guidance, and excel, and take the actions that we've been ignoring or refusing to do out of fear of the risk, whether it be fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of lack. And the really, really big piece of this is that fear of judgment, and being able to accept that others are going to judge you, and you cannot control others' judgments about you, and that their judgments about you actually have nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them, and them not being able to let go of their own judgments of themselves. And so it's this really, really big reflection of who they are and what you're forcing them to face by being that one step ahead, or that one step further, or that one step toward that ultimate awareness. So just quick review: Monday, Tuesday, find ways to have fun, either in work, outside of work, with your kids, with your family. Get out and enjoy the weather while we're getting it. Wednesday, Thursday is to love yourself. Start to look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself how much you love yourself, what you love about yourself, forgive yourself for your inner critic, and then using that, let go of those judgments, let go of that fear, take action, and live. So this weekend's going to be a breakthrough weekend, and I hope that this has been extremely helpful for all of you, or at least gives you a little bit of guidance of how to get through your week. If you've enjoyed this, I have recently just updated my website. So now you can actually schedule appointments and everything straight on my website. If you would like a reading and you like this format, you can actually get a $20 reading emailed to you via video. I will do the reading the same way that I do them as if you were face-to-face or in person. I would email them to you. I will email you the cards, and then we will be able to have that conversation over email, or if you were to need more guidance, we can make a phone call. That being said, you can also book Skype or phone call readings if you can't do in person. I do a 15-minute 3-card reading, which would be similar to what we've just done, except about life, looking at situations, what the energy around the situation is, what the obstacle is, and what we're unaware of. And then if you are someone who feels like you need a little more guidance, we can do 30-minute reading where I draw 6 cards. So the first 3 cards would be what's surrounding the situation, what's the obstacle that we face, what are we not aware of that we should be aware of, or that could possibly get rid of that obstacle. And then the other 3 cards are taking each of those one step further to look at how we can take each of those things one step further in order to really push through the challenge that you're facing. So if you're interested in any private readings or personal readings, you can go to www.reflectivehealings.com 18th-24th.com. You can click, once you're there, you can click on book a session, or you can scroll over the services tab and click on intuitive readings, and there will be a tab there that describes each of the readings again with their prices, and then there's a book now button there. So I hope that this has been helpful. I'd love to hear your feedback, and I hope you have a fantastic week as we bring in the second to last week of April. I can't believe how fast it's going. May will be here before you know it. Love and light.